Computers have control of
Yeah, what's up, Izos? Yeah, I know I'm muted. I just didn't have my earphones in, that was all. Qualified fourth. Oh no, never mind. I think someone had a connectivity issue and disconnected. So we're starting in third now. Yeah, not bad, yourself? Good job leaving the space, bro. Cheers, man, I appreciate it. Oh, not braking hard enough. Oh wow, okay, spinning round as well. We're facing the wrong way. Didn't brake hard enough, spun all the way around trying to come back onto the track, so we're all the way down in 13th from third. This happens every single fucking time, man. It's always the same corner as well. Well, no, sometimes it's a different one. Not an easy track, especially in the wet. We should be alright though. I've done a couple of races already. I seem to be faster than everyone else in the wet. Lead's only 12 seconds away, so we'll see what we can do. Got 20 laps. The rain doesn't really get heavy until about lap 6. But that doesn't mean it can't get heavy beforehand. You want to brake so much more than me on this track as well. It's a little unnerving because I catch right up to them on the corners and I have to choke the car a lot. A little bit of a moment there. So I've only got a 4th place best finish so far tonight. And I'm just doing the midnight races to see if I can try and change it. There's one position. Kind of gave it up for me, but that's all good. I'm not complaining. Yep, this is exactly what I expected in the wet. Oh wow, 3 cars. There's someone on the outside. Remember what I said about choking the car up? That was a really good example of it. Oh, we got a purple lap, okay. I'm not gonna get this. I wanted it, but I couldn't get it. Not safely anyway. Sorry, not safely, not comfortably. Whoever this is behind us is quite aggressive. Sticking their nose up on the triple apex corner, that's brave. Not triple apex, quad, my bad. Braking really early, fellas. Almost having a moment on the rumble strip there. Lost a bit of straight line, but the slipstream from this beam has helped. Got the Valentino Rossi livery. Now, I've raced this guy in front of me before. He can be quite quick. I keep doing that. It's not good. Taking way too long to get on the gas. Keep fighting, fellas. Oh, this isn't gonna end well. Yeah. I really don't like overtaking on that corner. Especially in the wet, on the wet line. I mean, we're doing alright though. Went down to 14th, recovered to 6th, and within 9 laps. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Oh I'm gonna chop you the fuck up on the exit of the chicane. Come here, boy. Your ass is mine. Oh, maybe not. There we go, we're back and forth. So went down to 14th, within 10 laps we're up to 4th. This track is drying really fast. I mean, no faster than usual, but I don't know if I want to do the medium or the soft though. I've done the soft, but they die really fast and you start to lose a lot of lap time towards the end of the race. There we go, we're in 3rd place. That's the other great thing about this race. If you can't make the positions, just wait for the positions to come to you, because people struggle in the wet. There's a reason they call rain the great equalizer. Yeah, my tires are really dying out here. This guy's fast. I've raced him a couple times in daily races. Yep, I was too busy watching behind me. You think he's gone soft or mediums? I want to try pitting one lap later than I usually do. So one of them's gone on to softs. soft. Medium. So they might get an undercut on me because they're on a softer compound than I am, and they've gone in earlier, but I might have the tire advantage towards the end of the race. Right, so we're going to go soft, and we win a lap later, so they might have got a good undercut, but we'll have a tire advantage towards the end of the race. So we'll see if we made it work. If I was a little bit more conservative with my tires before pitting, I might have been able to go till lap 14 on the inters, but I didn't want to push it too much. I don't know if the dude at first has pit. Oh, it came out in front of TKSM, so he must have had a really bad outlap, or at least not a decent one. Alright, let's chase down first, or at least see if we can. 6 laps to do it. Yellow flag in front of us. Yes! 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 Look at that! Oh my gosh, alright, well, it's not the end of the race. We're just leading it. Cool, okay, that was a good pit strategy. That was a really good pit call. Oh, and he actually needed to pit anyway. Oh no, the Porsche that went off at the quad apex needed to pit. We're still fighting the Ferrari, or at least trying to build a gap. So let's do that. Gonna be a little bit quiet for the next couple of minutes. Purple sector. A little bit more water on that rumble strip than I thought there was. Purple lap. Nice. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, Purple Lab was beat by 4 tenths. That's fine. And it's by the dude in second. Ah, but he's almost 10 seconds behind us, okay. Oh, we went purple again anyway. The person who beat my lap is in 6th place at the moment. And they beat it by a bit as well. That's 8 tenths. So 0.8 of a second. Honestly, I'm just driving to the end of the race now. I set a couple of purple laps. I'm pretty sure I set 4 for 4. Yeah, 36.4, 35.2, 35 flat, 34.6. I'm happy with my lap times. Maybe I'll go for a purple on this lap. I won't with a straight run like that. Oh, that was a bit of a bad flick. I over-rotated the car. Yeah, I know I'm 8 tenths down on my time. I don't care. I'm in the first place. That was a very good pit strategy. I'm very happy with how that race went. Okay, so holding off until lap 13 seems to be the go, because in that way you can actually be able to outlast your opponent. Yeah, so I have been putting on lap 12 for most of the races that I did tonight, actually all of them. But I noticed that the soft tire was really starting to finish off or wear off by the time I got close to the end of the race. So I thought trying to conserve my intermediates at the start of the race and drive on the wet line so that I'm not, you know, destroying them and heating them up too much on the dry line would give me a little bit more life out of the intermediates, which would help me, you know, survive on them for a couple more laps, and then be on fresher tyres for the end of the race versus my opponents on either mediums, which are the slower tyre but will definitely have more life than the softs, or the softs that they've pitted onto on lap 11 or 12, which are a lap or two older than what I've got. But either way, that is a victory in the bag. Started in 4th place and went down to 14th, came back up to 10th and fought... What? No. Dropped down to 14th, got back up to 4th on lap 10, and then continued to fight on for a podium, and ultimately ended up getting the win. So definitely a good race, definitely a good race. I'm going to be saving that replay. $126,000 in the bank as well. 4-star roulette ticket, a reward for completing a driving marathon. Oh wait, it's a new day, that's right. 124 kilometers today, and I only just logged on. Okay, so at the moment we have how many points? Where the hell is normal things? Okay, so we got 172 points on the board after that one, by the look of it. I don't really need to do any more racing tonight. I have done quite a few. I got a couple of 4th place finishes, which were my best until this one just now. I could load into another one and see if I could get a higher point scoring lobby, but that seems excessive. It is 2 in the morning. Do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? I don't know. 172 points though, that is good, because we are 301st in the region at the moment, I believe. So that'll definitely help us out. Deep Forest is the next one, which is a track I'm already pretty familiar with as it is, so I'm not too worried about my performance there. I'm going to get a little bit of practice throughout the week, but yeah, so points ranking, yeah, 301st in the region, 14th in the manufacturer, which is only the top 75%. I'm pretty sure there's only 39 people in Audi for this series. And my area, well, we don't really worry about that. I don't think there's anyone in my local areas. Yeah, manufacturer, we're 14th. The leader at the moment has 144 and he is an A-class driver, and that's just from his first round, so I don't think we're going to be getting that one. But these guys down here, we could definitely challenge, but they could also challenge us. They could be in a pretty high lobby and be earning more points than us, be able to get more points than we can, because the higher your rank is, the more points are available. So A-class drivers will be looking at anywhere between 110 to 250 points, depending on how high they are on their A rank, because you got A, but you got like subsections in it that aren't explicitly outlined, but are a thing. So you got, like, if I go back, you can see my driver rating up here. So I'm driver rating B. Mine was where my arrow is right now, but I had a couple of bad races, and obviously my driver rating went down because, you know, I got a couple of penalties, or, you know, Gran Turismo's stewards where they're real harsh and a car drives into you, and obviously you're the perpetrator, so they give you the 3-second penalty for forcing a car off the track, even though you were the car that was forced off the track. But yeah, no, so where you are on this line determines how many points you're going to get in the Manufacturers Cup, and with us being there, I think we'll be up for maybe 90 points in the next race, maybe 95. But the thing is, if we don't get the win, then it's just a waste of time, because it takes the best, I'm pretty sure it takes the best finish point from each of your races. So there's a couple of different rounds every day. Whenever there's a Manufacturers Cup, there's a couple of different entries throughout the night. So it starts at 5, stops at 9 PM, then it resumes again at 12 AM and continues on till 4 AM. And out of whichever one of those is your best performance is the one that Gran Turismo decides is the one that they're going to load onto your point board. So if I get below first in anything now, it's only going to take that first place one. So unless I get first place in a higher ranking lobby with higher points, there's not really much point. And I'm also not sure how keen I am on going to bed at 3 AM. YOLO, do it for the love of the game. Do it for the love of the game. I would go into free practice, but it's just wet, so we'll just chat shit. What are we going to talk about? The Audi R8 V10. Let's talk about that. Good car. I like it. Have a few notes. It's not my favorite. So this is the most I've driven this Audi ever. Mainly because this Audi I took around. No, I've never really driven this. I've driven it once maybe, but not really this often. Partly because I didn't choose this manufacturer before. But I thought, you know, this season I've tried almost everything else in Europe, so I decided I'd try Audi. and see how I go. And it is good, especially in the straight line. It does have a really, really good top speed. So with the long straight tracks that we have in the season, it'll definitely give me an edge against everyone. But the thing is, through the corners, it can be a little bit of a boat. Damn, I did my oil not long ago, actually. I actually did my oil earlier today. That's crazy. And it's already worn. Ah, wrong one. That's why. I gave it a wash, not an oil change. My mistake. Yeah, no, so it's a little bit sluggish through the corners, but it's depending on the rotation. You really need to use the gear rotation to help rotate the car, because the centrifugal force from all the different gears and the moving parts in the engine are really affecting the way that the car handles, because it's a midship car. The engine is behind you, so if the engine is in a real high gear, it's not going to have that short rotation of the gear to be able to pull it around the corner and just let it lean. It's constantly trying to pull wide, and you want it to pull in, not out. So trying to find that sweet spot is a little bit of a tricky one. I've kind of got it under wraps. I mean, I haven't driven it heaps, but you know, that's all right. Where are we in terms of global ranking? 7,000th, and that's only on the wet laps. I haven't been on the track long enough to wait until it's dry, because whenever you go into free practice, it mimics the race, so it'll be wet throughout the race. There'll be a torrential downpour on about lap 4 and 6. Dry spell between 6 and 9, a little bit more rain, and then it starts drying out from there, and it's not really dry until lap 20, which is what these guys have done. Now we've got a minute and a half until we go in, and I don't want to open a replay. Yeah, no, I'm not going to risk that. I was thinking about opening a replay and seeing what they're doing to see if I can get any more time, but to see if I can unlock a faster lap time, but I'm not going to risk it. I just want to see what their lap times are. 129, and we're setting what? We did a 133 flat in the race? No, we haven't broken a 33 yet, I don't think. It was a 34, so we're about 5 seconds off the pace, which is about right for my rank. I'm normally about 5 seconds off their pace. Normally somewhere in the top few thousand, maybe top 3,000 normally, so not bad. Where is a 34? So the last race, what lap time did I get last race? It was a 34 flat, I think, or a 33.9. I'm sure I've got in a 33.989. It'll be a second to get there. Okay, yeah, so I'd probably be in the top 3,000 by the look of it. Yeah, it looks like I'd be somewhere in the top 3,000. There's a lot of 132.9s. Even in my lobbies as well. We go 33.4s, 33.5s, 33.6, 33.6, 33.7, 33.8, 33... no, 8, 9, 4 flat. So we'll be in the top 5,000 is where we will be. Somewhere in there anyway. Not a fast lap, but that's also because of lack of practice. I haven't driven this much this week. Like, this is the first time touching this track today. Not this stream here. I've done a couple other streams because I've kind of broken it into segments because I'm a little bit sore from a party last night. But for how little experience I've got on this track in recent time, I don't think I'm doing too bad. I picked it up pretty quickly, and especially in the wet. It's a tough track as it is, and doing it in the wet just makes it so much harder. It's so much harder. But that's what makes it fun, because it's a lot more when am I going to pit? When's the best idea to come in so that I can get an undercut on my opponents? When's the best time to go in so that I can beat them off the line when I come out of the pits? When's the best time to come in so I don't come out into a whole bunch of traffic? Do I stay on the wet line and go around the outside of this guy? Do I play it safe and just hold behind him for a couple of corners and hope he wipes out? There's a lot that goes on through your head whenever you're racing, especially when it's wet. It completely resets the grid. There's a reason they call rain the great equalizer of racing. And I've spun a couple times, but I'd like to think that I'm actually alright in the wet. Based on the speed that I've seen on this, I'm not too bad for my lobby. Right, now I want to see how many points everyone else has got. Let me just quickly do this before we go into the qualifier, because I don't want to go in with intermediates and lose a lap. Right, 144. Alright, so we got the highest amount of points, but this guy here is, 1, very fast, and 2, has the closest amount of points to us. And it looks like he's had a win, maybe. Because I'm pretty sure he had 80 or something when he was in my lobby last. But he's also not the best wet weather driver from what I've seen. So, I don't know. Either way, here's the qualifier, so we'll see how this goes. I got faith. I'm starting to get a little bit more faith. Alright. Oh, we're somewhere in the mid-pack on the field coming out. Yeah, 8th. 10th on track, okay. I'm just gonna let people go by so that we've got a little bit of clear air. Alright, we should have enough for 3 laps here. I hate fighting for positions on qualifying. Well, there goes our slipstream on the straights. Wasn't faster. I didn't think it would be. It wasn't a very good lap, especially that chicane. That chicane was messed up right from the start. We're only a second off pole position though, so we're not miles off. Although it is still 1 whole second. Alright, we've been dropped down to 7th. Like I said, cut-off can be quite quick. 32.1, that's very fast. And there's another R8 in second. Don't see many of those in these races. Alright, and we'll switch over to... Okay, yeah, so we got 89 points up for grabs, and we got 88 in the last race, so not heaps more. It's only 1 more point, so if we win, we get 1 more point on the board. But we got to win to get that point. And second place gets 85, so either way, that first place is going to be more than we can get in this race. But that's fine, that's fine. I'm still happy with the performance we had last race. Alright, as per usual for the intro. So, starting in 7th place with a 133.1. Not a bad lap. Oh no, 133.2. 133.1. 133.1, yeah. So, not a bad lap. But the guys in front were just that little bit faster. This guy set a 132.1, so that's even faster. Beating with a 132.4, so already 3/10 off the leader. 132.4 immediately behind, so nothing between them. Right. Let's do this. Starting in 7th place on the grid, aiming for 1st. Let's see what we can do. I got faith. These are fast guys, but I got faith. I never brake hard enough for that first corner on the first attempt. Still sitting in 8th though, so not too bad. The track is still settling in as well, so there's a lot of surface water. Looks like there's a big fight for 2nd place as well. Wasn't on the gas soon enough to take that gap. It was wide open for me as well. The big thing with this is I don't know when people are going to brake, and a lot of people brake really early because they lack the confidence in the wet. Oh, just too greedy on the throttle. I thought I had that as well. Alright, looks like it's a redemption once again. Okay. Just set it purple. Not a very good one either, so that's interesting. That tells me there's fighting all over the grid. Oh my god! Just thread it through. Downpour's coming any minute. Okay, move over to the outside. I'll take the inside, that's fine. And on the 100 board. Nice, bro. I was gonna say, you want to hang it around the outside of that corner? Brave! Got some kahunas on you if you stick that. I've done that. That's scary. That's absolutely terrifying. He was just going slow. I didn't mean to hit him. I don't know if I hit him or if he hit me, but there was contact. I don't know how it happened. Now I'm trying to extend these intermediates as far as I can. But that can be an easier said than done type of thing. You coming off your wets already? Mate, it just started pissing down. Where did I start? 7th. I just didn't turn fast enough. Trying to avoid him, I almost took myself out. Everyone forgets that strategy racing takes a lot more than what lap do you pit. It's actually taking your tyres to that pit threshold. You want your tyres to survive until you need to change them. You don't want to need to change them because they're dead. So you try to That's right, I catch those. It was close though. It was very, very, very close. Oh, Beasting, you're right behind us. Why were you in the pits, mate? I feel like he's come off his wets and gone onto a soft compound, or a slick compound rather. See, I'm more in a race with my tyres than I am with anyone else. Yeah, I lost a couple positions from that. Went way too deep. Oh, yep. Okay. Not great. I thought it was a little bit risky. Trying to hold it on the rumble strip as well because I didn't really have anywhere else to go. Stay out of my bumper, bro. Do I risk it and go to a slick tire? Okay. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna go to a medium instead of a soft though. I want to try this strategy. I've already got a win under my belt, so if I don't win this, that's fine. But I want to see how many positions I can make on a medium, and how many people I can outlast, and if I can, and if there is an opportunity at an undercut here. Not really, given that I just spun, but you know, at the same time, whatever, I spun. Still a very narrow dry line, but you know, being able to stick to a narrow dry line is what shows the difference between a good driver and a rookie. Yeah, bro. Oh my god! Alright, well, we're not getting a win. No chance of an undercut, no nothing. We're just going to take it to the end of the race. I don't think I went too wide on the rumble strip, but, you know, whatever. We've spun out, so no chance at a win, no chance at much, but we'll see what we can pull out of the bag anyway. Never mind. All these crashes is exactly why I'm staying in it, because there's still 7 laps of wet track. It's already caught me a couple of times in this race. I mean, I've already got a win, so I'm happy, but we can still see what we can do. 38 seconds. I mean, we're actually gaining on the leader on the straight, so there was the chance there, but I just had to throw it away. Almost took me out with him. Gaining on the McLaren on the straight as well. He might be on the softs. Those rumble strips are really weird. I really don't want to touch him. Oh, he's still on his intermediates. Okay, so there are still some people who are yet to pit. Yeah, just sail off into the wall. See you later. Off into the shadow realm, never to be seen again. R.I.P. JP 2026. Oh, purple. I'm so scared on those rumble strips now. Nice, we're back where we started. Don't touch the wet. That wasn't ideal. We gained 7/10 and then lost half a second. I was on the gas just a little bit early there. Yeah, I knew I broke too late. I looked away from the screen for a split second, didn't see my apex. That's what happens. It's that easy. We're at least pretty consistent on the medium though, so that's good. 435s, 4 for 4. I tried to do my cheeky corner cut that's not actually a corner cut but is technically a corner cut, but I messed up the line. Oh, it's right there. You're starting to feel your tires, mate. It looks like it. Because I gained 3 seconds on this lap. I think he was. I should have waited a couple of laps and come in and do the softs, but at the same time I kind of spun out and ruined my race. So I mean, I at least finished where I started. I'm not happy with it because I spun out way too many times to call myself a good driver. But I mean, I managed to pull it back to where I started, so not the worst, not the worst, not dead last, not a back marker, just right in the middle of the field. Right in the middle? Not right in the middle. Either way, I've already got a win under my belt, so that should be the result that loads onto my manufacturer's cup standing. And there we have it. 7th place. Typical Grease Monkey fashion. Not a win, not a podium, just a 7th place. Yeah, throw your fist in the air like that. Nice. Cool. 53,000 credits, 106 kilometers added to the daily marathon. Save that replay. Right, so that gave us 66 points. Okay, well, I was 187 at the start of this race, so I better have that 187 instead of the 150, because I'm doing this for points. So I kind of messed that one up. Not too happy with it, but I mean, hey, that's racing. That's normal. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them, and sometimes you just throw it into the wall instead of over the line in first place. It's normal. But I don't think I'm going to be doing another one. I'm pretty sore and tired. It is 10 to 3 in the morning. There is another one, but I don't really want to do that. I want to get to sleep. Actually, what is there? It's 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, isn't it? I mean, I could. It's just the focus side of things. And my foot is kind of getting sore from that hairpin down at the end of the straight. You have to really mash the brake on that hairpin. It is. Right, so round 1 I got 84 points. If I get the 50 from, 66 from this, it will give me, 150. I don't want 150. I want that 170 that I had. If I don't have that 170, I'm going to be annoyed. Someone's getting told off. Do I do it? Yay or nay? You guys decide. Do I do this race or do I go to bed? I can't decide. It's 10 to 3 in the morning. And tomorrow is Sunday. I really don't know. Decisions. I'm actually kind of hungry, weirdly. I'm really at a crossroads here. You know what? I'm going to do it anyway. However, it's going to be silent for a little bit because I'm going to sit down and just relax before this one because I wasn't lying when I said I'm sore. I'm in pain. Mainly because of my seat. It's just a dining room chair. A dining room chair and a table I built myself and a wheel and pedals. That's my setup. So enjoy the I'll go into the free practice lobby so you get to at least hear the car going around the track and see something. And I'm going to just chillax before starting the race. So I'll see your grease monkeys in 7 minutes. Peace.
crucial corner, this one.
Alright.
It's actually a decent lap so far.
Back in the saddle. Back in the race. Up to round...
Back in the race.
So this will be the last one, because I'm tired.
Up to round... So this will be the last one.
How many points on the table for this? 92, okay. Let's see what we can make happen here.
92, okay.
Okay, yeah, so we have 150 active points, so we need to get a win. Which means I've actually lost points. Because it was higher, and now it's back down to 150. So how that's happened, I'm not sure. I didn't think that was a thing, but apparently it is. Alright, we'll need to make sure it's a good qualifying lap. Get somewhere near the front, see if we can get a 34, 33. See if we can break a 32 actually, that'd be good. Oh, might be a good lap actually. Put us at the top of the board, not board. Now we've got another attempt available. Oh wow, yeah, that's a bit slower. Oh no. Yep, we're not going to get a fast lap now. 32.930, that's the fastest we're going to get. Because this lap has been compromised already. Not bad though, not bad. I'm not disappointed. It's at least got us into 5th place. A comfortable 5th place by the look of it. I don't think we're able to improve on that with the way that this lap has already been compromised. Nah, we're not regaining from 1.2. At least we know we've got good pace though. That's always a bonus. And pole position is only just under half a second faster than us. But he might be able to get a faster lap again. If only my lap wasn't compromised, I might have been able to do something better. I knew I had more time in it as well. But we managed to break the 33. We got a 32 on the board, so that's good. And we're starting in 5th, which isn't a bad spot. Okay, so it looks like, unless 6th and 8th can pull something out, it looks like we're starting in 5th. Damn, we're only 700ths behind 4th. Not even a 10th behind 3rd. No, just over a 10th, sorry. There's not much between 1st and 5th. 0.3 of a second. 0.375 seconds. Right. And the race starts wet, so we're going to go straight to the intermediates. And we'll be a good sport, so we'll say good evening, have a good race. So, last race of the night around Dragon Trail Gardens. Next race will be Deep Forest, but for now, focusing on the race, we are starting in 5th place with a 132.930, and it's looking like it might be a good race. We've got a couple of people in front of us that I know I'm faster than in terms of race pace. It's just a matter of keeping the car on the track and not spinning out. Got a Red Bull McLaren in 3rd. And Honda any kick. That's us. There we go. A Red Bull Supra. A Ford GT. Right. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's make this one count. Everyone brakes so early that, yeah, I thought I was going to get that. I tried to let him go past, but then he was on the outside, wouldn't be able to get past, and then I had an old mate on the inside, wasn't letting me take the inside so I could let the other guy pass, and then I ultimately got the penalty for it. Nice. And the damage. Alright, so not as much of a redemption race as we have had in our last few attempts, but still somewhat redemption. Keep hitting people, oh my gosh. He lost control in front of me, I had nowhere to go. Oh, and this guy. You need to leave. Yeah, I need to get in front of you. Okay. Stay there. Stay there. Oh, wow, you got the position. No way. Wow, he broke early. Everyone breaks so early in this. Like, really, really, really early. Like, I get, yes, wet. But, like, this is the second to last race of the night. People should be used to the race by now, right? Just give him a nice big bump drive down the straight. Wow, you're braking way too much. I was going to say I'll use this guy to catch back up to the lead, but he's... If I stay here, if I stay behind this guy, the guy behind me is going to catch up and overtake me. Alright, there we go. I brake way later than everyone on that hairpin. It's actually ridiculous how late I brake compared to everyone. That was so lucky. That was so lucky. I bailed from the braking because I knew I broke too early. Wow. I thought I could go one more lap on the inters before swapping. Apparently not. Wow, they're just gone. I thought I did enough to make one last lap. Dude, I'm going into the pits. Cool, okay, so we got a redemption with 7 laps from 13th, probably 14th now on softs. Alright, let's see what we can do then. That was weird, we were side by side and the ghosting stopped. Thanks guys. Okay, at least get 8th, right? Instead, come off the track. That's fine, I'm tired anyway. I've been sitting in this chair for too long. Oh, my back as well. Alright, so that was one of our worst ones. So, not really much to take away. I mean, there's only one round left, and I don't want to do it. I'm kind of annoyed that the win I got isn't loaded onto my points. That's actually kind of really annoying. When did I even do that one? It was the first one I did. It was literally the first race of this session that we're doing right now. Right, so if I'm left with 145, I'm going to be annoyed. I'm sure it's just the best score you get that gets loaded on. Well, we're going to have to wait and find out anyway, because you know they don't load the points until after the actual racing is done. So that's it for tonight. I'm not doing the 4 o'clock one. I've done every single other one except for the 8 o'clock, which is just too much racing. And I'm tired. So if you guys did watch right the way through the live stream, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, you know what to do. Like, sub, do that thing. And yeah, so the next race will be next Wednesday. Starts at 5 o'clock. I won't be on until about 6 or 7. But either way, it's Deep Forest, and it is the Group 3 cars. I don't know how many laps, but it is this one here. And yeah. But other than that, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please let me know by doing all those things as mentioned just before. And I shall see you all in the next stream. Peace out, Grease Monkeys.